and I was talking to the young man. He's a physician assistant or a nurse practitioner. I'm not sure which, but he's a very nice young man. And I was telling him about one of the doctors Robert had. You know, as I was thinking, Robert has had, my husband has had, at least in 25 years as being at Mayo, he has had at least 100 times where he's had to go into the ER at Mayo Hospital, at least 100 times. And in all that time, there was one doctor that we both can say we loved. He had a dermatologist. It was a lady doctor. She was, I want to say she was in her late 60s, early 70s, 20 years ago. And this doctor was the only doctor I can say was awesome. She was the best caring doctor that either one of us had ever seen in our life, and both of us would consider her the best doctor that he's ever had. And I mean ever. And Robert is over the age of 70. Can you imagine only having had one doctor in your lifetime that you can say that that's the best, most awesome doctor that you ever had? And this is how good she was. She's one of the few doctors that it don't matter what she said, we would do it. And you have no idea how important that is, to have a doctor that it doesn't matter what they say. You just love this doctor because you know they care about you and they are considerate, respectful, caring. I mean, to have all those to a patient at all times, every time you see them, for a doctor to come off as being considerate, patient, and caring and respectful, you have no idea how rare that is. In 70 years, Robert can easily say, we've talked about this several times, she was the best doctor he's ever had in his life, ever. That's the best doctor I've ever seen. She wasn't my doctor. I wish she was. I wish if there was a way of cloning, I would be for that. If they could clone this doctor, oh my Lord. And it's sad that there aren't more doctors like that, that neither one of us has had any doctor. I've had one doctor who's almost as good as she is, but nowhere near as good as she was. And when you get a doctor, if you ever find a doctor who's like above and beyond 100% awesome, stick to that doctor. I don't care if you got to move states, whatever, stick to that doctor. I haven't had that doctor like that. This was one doctor, I would move states. If she was my doctor, I would move states, whatever. I would move countries for her. That's how good she was. And there are very few who are like that. It's very, very seldom that you find one like that. I'm almost 60, and I don't have a doctor like that. I've never had a doctor that it don't matter what they say, do. They can say anything, and I will follow whatever their medical thing is. But what I was trying to get at, in life, whatever you do, you should be that way. You should. And it's hard to do that. It's very, very hard to do that in life because I even try to do it. Irregardless of what it is you're doing, irregardless of what vocation you have, for you to do whatever it is that you're doing. It doesn't matter. You could be having lunch. Make that the best lunch. It don't matter what it is. Make it the best in anything that you do in life. And in your vocation, it doesn't matter if you're if you're a trash engineer. Whatever it is, do the best. Because it shows, first of all, it does come off. People aren't stupid. I know a lot of politicians like to think that Americans are stupid and people are stupid. Not just Americans, that people are stupid. A lot of politicians, regardless of nationality. People are not stupid. They can tell when somebody gives a hoot. They can tell when you're actually giving F about whatever it is you're doing, how being respectful. I will tell you that will get you so many things. Men, for you, the men, single men out there, if you're trying to pick up a lady or a guy or whatever, be respectful. Just being respectful will get you anything in life. You have no idea. A lot of, especially in medical field, a lot of doctors come off as being condescending. They act like because they are more educated and they're a professional in their field, especially for minorities. When it comes to women, a lot of doctors aren't. They're very condescending. But you can be respectful and honest, and when you care, it comes off, and people will follow you no matter what it is. They will follow you and do whatever it is you're asking them to do. If you act like you give a F about them and you are caring about them and you have their best interest, it shows people. It really does. Because this doctor had all that. And I can honestly say I've only had one doctor who's 90% of what she had. She was like 1,000% of caring and being considerate. I have one doctor in almost 60 years that I can say who's been that way towards me, and I can vouch for that. One doctor in my 58 years. Robert has, and I've only seen one. I haven't. The one that I would give 1,000 score. I have never seen any other doctor like her. I can honestly say that, and it's a shame. Medicine practice should be different. I can honestly say the VA doctors, they don't even give 20% of that, and it's a shame. I loved her. I don't remember her name. I should. I have to have Robert look it up. She was one of the most best doctors. If you can find one that way, find one. But more importantly, in your life, be that way. And it's hard being that way. For somebody who has ADHD, trust me, it's very hard. First of all, you don't have the patience, and it's very easy sometimes to tell people to go F themselves. It's very easy to do that in life just because it's easy and you can, and it's not always easy to do things the right way. It's hard sometimes, but just because it's hard, I don't mean you shouldn't do it. All right. Just an idea. Thanks. Bye.